Hello everyone. In today's session, we'll see what are the different TestNG annotations used in Selenium framework or when we are developing a new script either in hybrid framework or POM framework or data-driven framework, okay, in TestNG. Okay, so we'll start with add test. Okay, so this defines the test methods. Okay, so when we are converting a manual test case into automation, okay, so actual logic we can write in add test methods. Okay, and if you see add test methods, we have different parameters. The first parameter is the priority. Okay, we can define the priority. We can also give the description separated by comma, and we also give the another parameter enable is equal to true. Okay, when we mark as a enable is equal to true, it will execute it. Okay, and if in case we don't want to execute the specific test, okay, then we'll mark enable is equal to false. Okay, then in that case, when we are executing our suite, okay, that time this test case will ignore since we mark as a enable is equal to false. The next annotation commonly used at the rate before method. Okay, so it runs before every add test method. Okay, so this method usually we are writing the logic for launch browser, initialization driver, or load properties. Okay, since if in case we are using the different environments, okay, and we want to load the properties, okay, then we can define all these things at before methods, okay, and navigate to URL. Okay, here we can also give the logic when before methods navigating to different URL. Okay, and how we'll define the things. Okay, at before methods this annotation we need to give, and here we just define the initialize the Chrome driver. Okay, and we navigate it to specific URL. Okay, so in hybrid framework usually placed in base class. Then next is a after methods. So after methods, it runs after every add test methods. Okay, usually we are writing the logic like close browser or take screenshot on failure. And here we can define like driver.quit and add after method. Okay. Then next commonly used annotation is before class. It runs once before all test methods in a class. Okay, and usually we are using the DB connections, common test data setup. All these things we are considering under add before class. Okay, and how we'll define add before class? Here we can see it. Okay, so this annotation is important. Add before class. Okay, then next is after class. Okay, runs once after all test methods in that class. Okay, so this class is executing only once. Okay, once all the test methods in that class is executed. And how will define at the rate after class. Okay. Then next is a before suite. So runs once before entire test suite execution. Okay, so so usually we are using before suite when we want to initialize the framework initialization or any global configuration or exchange report setup. Okay, so these things, if you see, no need to do either class level or test level. We'll do at the rate suite level. Okay, so how we'll define? We can define the before suite using this annotation. Okay. The next after suite. So it runs once after entire suite execution. Okay. And how we'll define after suite using this annotation at after suite. Okay. And next is a before test. So this is also very important annotations. Okay. So it runs before test tag in TestNG XML and mostly used in cross browser setup and the environment setup. Okay. And how we'll define using before test. Okay, so now, team, if you see, these all annotations are very important. Okay, we need to understand all these annotations. Okay, and I here in this session we saw like basic purpose of this annotation as well. Okay, then next is after test. So after test, this annotations execute runs after test tag execution. Okay, and another is the at the rate data provider. So this annotation is also very important if in case we are using the multiple data and we want to provide the data driven testing. Okay, and our data is coming either from Excel or JSON format or from database. Okay, in that case we can use the data provider annotations. And how we'll define data provider at the rate data provider name is equal to logic data. Okay, And if you see here, this is the it's returning the two-dimensional array. Okay, so here you can see it. Okay, and how will you use it? At test, in test method. Okay, data provider is equal to login data. Here you can see login data. I give the name. Okay, login data, and here we need to give this parameter string username, string password, and we can use it. Okay, so data at data provider is also very important annotations used in TestNG or in our framework. Then add parameters. Okay, if in case we are not using the load files or JSON files, okay, to provide the different parameters, okay, so we can use the add parameters, these annotations. Okay, it's used to pass the parameters from TestNG. So these parameters basically we are using in testng.xml. Okay, now here you can see parameter name is equal to browser, value Chrome. Okay, so I gave the value Chrome. Okay, and how we'll define the this parameter browser. So as I mentioned, okay, so usually browser setup, okay, or the environment setup, we'll do it in before method. So here we'll mention before method and add the parameters browser, and we need to use this value here. And after that, we write our logic, which browser instance we need to open. Okay. Then next is a listeners. Okay, it's used to implement if in case we need to retrieve the logic, okay, or any our test case is failing and we need to take the screenshot. Okay, in that case we are using the at the rate listeners. This test engine annotations and it's commonly used in hybrid framework. Okay, so retry logic is nothing but like suppose our script is failing. Okay, so maybe we'll try 3 times, and after that we'll verify if 3 times is failed, then we'll mark as a failed. Okay, like it may be some chances like after 2 try, okay, script will fail, but third try it will get pass. Okay, so in that case we'll use the at listeners. And like here you can see the execution order is very important. Okay, we need to understand the execution order, then and then we'll define our logic respect to annotations. Otherwise we'll get a different result. Okay, so execution order is like first, it is executing before suite, then before test, then before class, after that before method, test, after method. Okay, and once after method, then after class, after test, after suite, and then we are getting the result. Okay, if in case in my class I have different one method and like multiple parameters. Okay, then you can see this method before method, test, after method. These three things are repeating. Okay, if it is in one class. Okay, the next, like how these are used in POM framework. Okay, just I give the example like in test class. At test we are using, here we are giving the call to page methods. Okay, and in page class, okay, we are not using any annotations, only we are using the web elements and methods. Whereas base class, before we call our test methods, before method we are launching the browser, and after method we are closing the browser. So these things we are defining in base class. Okay, so these are the usually we are using, these are all the annotations usually we are using in any framework. Okay, hybrid framework, POM framework, or data driven framework. Okay. If in case you have any questions or queries, please let me know. Thank you.